Is that better? It usually helps when I turn the microphone on. So let me know if we've got sound now, guys, and if not, I'll just remove the mic and we'll just go phone sound. So there we go, Dawson. Yep, thanks. We got sound. Thank you. I would have done the whole thing silent if you had got that. So, guys, let me start over again then. I know it is not Saturday. It's not 1 p.m. Eastern time on Saturday, which is when I always do my live shows. But I got something happening today, came in the mail a day early, and I really wanted to open it. And I maintained some self-control, managed to get it home. It was shipped to my office, and I'm going to unbox it with you guys right now. And it's over here on the coffee table. Let's go ahead and take a look. I know I've already given away the secret of what it is in the description, but inside this box, we have the Aputure 300d. And so Dawson is asking, is it on sale officially, or did I get it early? So a little bit of both. So it is officially on sale. You can go and you can order it. I believe by now it's actually to most retailers like B&H and Adorama and stuff like that. I don't know when they're going to ship all when those retailers are going to be able to ship. And it is available for pre-order on the Aputure site last time I looked. And usually they say pre-order when they mean basically just out of stock. But you are able to spend your money and get it. I will say with full disclaimer here that this unit was sent to me by my friends over at Aputure. I'm going to be putting this thing through its paces, testing it, and all sorts of stuff, but that is coming later when I have some time to do it, probably this upcoming weekend. But let's get right into it because you guys are here to see what's inside the box. So let me go ahead and get set here. So I had this sort of framed up earlier in a way that works. There we go. You can see me good enough there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to read the comments from this distance, but I will do the best that I can. So as you can see, I got a little antsy at work and I cut one slit, but I stopped myself. So now we'll go the rest of the way and we'll officially get this thing opened up. So let me go ahead, slice this guy open, slice away from myself so I don't bleed out live on YouTube. And here we go. I can tell you guys this box is freaking heavy. So while most of the other Aputure lights are, pretty light and portable, this guy is definitely a beast. So there's no batteries in here, which B-mount batteries usually are the heavy part, but this guy's freaking heavy. Oh, goodness gracious me. Let's see if we can get it up and out. To that side. We got the strap for the case in the box. Very nice. As always, Aputure has been freaking killing it lately with their packaging and their cases that come with their lights. I almost wish they would sell their cases on their own so that I could buy them for my other equipment because they're making these great fabric cases that are like semi-rigid and they're just freaking amazing cases. So let's see here. Let's get that secure tape off of there. Let's get this case unzipped here. Let's see here. You can see on the side, although it's probably in reverse because it's on the phone, COB 300D. So we'll go ahead and flip this guy open. Oh, that's nice. I should probably flip it around so that you guys can see it. So here we go, guys. You can see what I'm talking about if you've never got a light from Aputure with their awesome cases. I mean, these things have custom inserts and everything is in its own place and it just holds absolutely everything, and they pack a lot into these cases. I can't wait to see what they've packed into this case for this beast light. So I've seen a lot of unboxings where they go through and pull out all the little stickers and instructions and stuff first. I don't want to do that. I want to see the light. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get this fixture out of here. So here we go, guys. This is the Aputure 300D, the big beast in their hard source series right now, the Lightstorm series, daylight balance, which is the D. Don't know if there's a tungsten coming or a bicolor or anything. There's all sorts of speculation. Right now it's just daylight, but that's fine. This guy is a big beast. Right now, my dogs and my cats are wandering around, wondering what the hell I'm doing. But yeah, so it's got some heft to it. It's a little bit larger than the 120, but that's to be expected. And basically, the size is, you can see here, it has dual fans now to keep everything cool. So basically, most of the body of this thing is a heat sink and fans to keep this chip up front cool. And so it looks like they've got nice little protective cover here, I assume just for shipping and transportation. And there we go. We open it up, and right now all you can see is the sticker. I've seen some posts that says, please remove this sticker. And it even says right on front, please peel off before using. Seems like common sense, but you definitely don't want to burn everything out and mess up the filter that's under here by not doing that. So here, I'll let you guys have the satisfaction, because this is always the best part. Boom. There we go. So let's get rid of that there. So there we go. So what we have here, and it's a little bit different. Sorry about the exposure on the phone here. It's a little bit different than what they've done before with the 120s. You can see here there's actually a filter. While the 120 has just basically the bare chip underneath there, this has the chip, and then there's this glass filter over it. And what they said is they actually put this filter on here to help adjust the CRI and TLCI a little bit and get even more color accuracy out of this. And of course, it has the added benefit of the fact that it protects that chip. You can see my cat Bella here is hanging out in the back. We have 2 huskies and 2 cats, so we have a full house. So they might all make appearances. You never know. But so yeah, so there you go. Nice aluminum construction, just like the 120. It's got the nice little handle on the back, nice single loosening knob for the yoke here. It does have teeth in there, and it also has a rubber gasket, which helps it hold really, really tight, which is important because, as you can see, this light's very back heavy, but the idea is that you can put those Bowens modifiers on this guy, and it's just gonna get really, really front heavy. So you want to make sure that this is strong, and it looks like it is. Everything is metal with the exception of the tightening knob here and the tightening knob here. And there is a little, oh, look at that, there's a little umbrella hole that goes through here. So you can put an umbrella modifier, and it has a little tightening clamp for that. And this clamp is metal, these ones aren't. Not sure what gives with that, but you know, what you gonna do? Let me see what I got here. How noisy when running with those fans. So I have not turned my unit on yet. I'm literally just opening it up right now, but I did get to see it in person at NAB, and I'm no sound guy, but I was pretty impressed with the fact that it was very, very quiet, and also the fact that this is such a large, powerful source. You're usually, if you're going to be shooting dialogue, you're probably going to have this a good distance back and be shooting it through a large source diffuser, or if you're using the Fresnel, you're probably going to be blasting it from kind of far away. So I don't think you'll be real up close and personal with it, but I will, when I get to my full review, check out that fan noise for you guys and see how that goes. Again, we're not going to do the full review today. I just don't have the time. I just wanted to get this open, but the full review will be coming soon. So here we go. Let me go ahead and get this guy sort of closed up and down here. So we'll go through some of the other things in the box. I know you guys are mostly fixated on this, as am I, but we have the included reflector here. And so this reflector is that Bowens mount connection that the 120 series and now the 300 series share, which is one of the most universal still photography attachment versions or methods, which means that you can put tons of traditional photography accessories and modifiers onto the front of these. It does come with this dish here, just the same way the 120s do, and it's a really simple solution to lock. So let's see here. Let's go a little bit further into the case and see. Oh, good Lord. All right. So when I first saw this thing, I'm not going to admit, I thought it was kind of a joke. Like they were like, ha ha ha, what if we did this when I saw it at NAB? But no, this is for real. This is the power box, the control box for the 300D. And the reason that it is literally twice as big as the 120s is because this sucker needs the push of twice as many batteries. So you need 2 V-mount batteries to be able to push this. And I believe you're going to need to make sure you got some higher end batteries to make sure you have what am I thinking here? The amperage that you need. Cheaper batteries usually aren't rated for much amperage, many amps output, and I have a feeling this puppy's going to draw quite a bit. So you have your regular Aputure box. If you know you're not familiar with it, everything is controlled from here. So you've got a power on and off, and here you can dial in your brightness. You know, from I believe it goes down is it like 10% all the way up to like 100 in increments of 1%. So it's really easy to control. And this keeps all of the electronics and control and power off of the lighting head, which means that if you put the light up high, then you have the benefit of you don't have to bring the light down to make changes to it. And also the fact that it keeps the light head significantly lighter than it would be if you had to cram all of this into one unit. And at first I was skeptical about Aputure's way of doing that with their Lightstorm panels. But now I absolutely love it, and I wish I could see it on more lights. Oh, so here we go, guys. We'll do the other satisfying part. We'll do this together. Let's get it. See if we can hear it. Don't know how well you guys were able to hear that or not, but peeling off the plastic is always the best part. So here's the control box. It has connections up top here to run a cable up and connect to the light head itself. So we've got that there. So mentioning those cables, here we go. We'll get to that one in a second. So this is the cable that's going to run from the power box and is then going to connect to your light. It is 4-pin XLR. So in theory, I saw Aputure just chimed in there on this. In theory, if this doesn't work for you, isn't long enough, you need something really, really long, you can go get any other 4-pin powered XLR cable and do your run, or even extend your run on this. Now, I'm not advocating that because I don't have confirmation from Aputure that that's a good idea yet, but just speculating. So Aputure, maybe if you want to comment and let people know if that's okay or not. I don't want to say that it's all right and melt some cables or blow people's lights up. I don't know, but we'll try and find out. So there's the cable for that. And actually, oh, look at this. There's another cable here, same one. So my guess is, interesting. Okay, I know what it is. So I'm looking at the bottom of our, okay, so we've got 2 XLRs. One is going to be from the power box to the light, and this one is going to be from the power control box to the actual AC wall brick, is what I'm assuming, and I'm going to get to that part next. So it uses 4-pin XLR for both of those extension runs, it looks like, because there is the output up here at the top to go to the light, and then down here at the bottom, it's got 4-pin XLR to go to get power from the wall if you don't want to rock some batteries all day. So moving right along here, I mentioned that we have a power brick, and let's see what kind of power brick it takes to run this guy off of AC wall power. Goodness gracious. Okay, so you guys can see this is not your typical laptop battery brick to convert your 120 to the output that you need. This thing is a tank. It's got its own little hanger, so you can hang it off of like a knuckle on a light stand or something like that. And it's got a nice little handle here. Looks like you can use it as a stand to prop it up. But let's see here. I'll get this up and out of the way, or down and out of the way, up and out of the way. So we've got a few things here on the top. This is where your wall power will plug in. You'll pop that cable in there, and the cable I disregarded earlier is that cable right there. And then you have that 4-pin XLR out to go to your control box. And then you have the power switch. And this is one industrial looking power switch. I don't know if all that's necessary, but that's cool. Let you know this thing is pretty high powered. Hey, Black Magic Tim, welcome Tim. I told you this video was going to be coming, and so as soon as I got home, I wanted to get this thing out of the box. I couldn't wait anymore. I'm amazed I had the self-control to leave it in the box until I got home from my office. But you can see here, guys, I mean, this thing looks like it has a cooling fan. Looks like it's got a lot of cooling going on inside. This thing is going to push out the power that is needed. I'm trying to see if there are any specs on how much exactly it puts out in terms of amps and watts and what this thing actually needs. It does not say on here, but what I do want to do, guys, is I'm going to test this. I have a watt meter that plugs in at the wall and allows me to see what's being drawn. So I can find out exactly how much power this guy is drawing from the wall. But that'll come later. I'll try and do that in my review or post it online somewhere at some point when I test that. I got a lot of stuff to do involving this light. So let's go ahead and let's set. I'm running out of table space. This thing's a beast. Set it down here. Sorry for the exposure going weird, guys. Like I said, I'm on my phone, not always the greatest. So there we go. We've got that. I did the reflector. I did this guy. I did this guy. All right, let's see. Now we'll get to this fun stuff up here. So you get one of these, and these have come with the Aputure Lightstorm panels and also with the COB120 series lights. And I think most people are like, what the hell is that? It's just this little red tab, knob with a screw thing. But let me show you guys what it is here on the yoke, there's a little threaded hole, and you pop that in. And what it does is it's a hanger for your cabling. So if you have excess cabling, you're not using it all, when it's plugged in, you can coil up what you need and hang it on here so that you don't have a bunch of extra cable hanging all over the place. Not sure that's a huge selling point, but it is super handy. And I know a lot of people usually just pass over this and don't know what it's for. So now you know. If anything today, you learned something in this stream, I hope. So that's cool. So let's set the 300 down again. Of course, in true Aputure Lightstorm fashion, you get your remote control. This I freaking love. I love the ability to control my Lightstorm panels with these. I love my ability to control my 120D with these. And I love my ability to control now the 300D with these. And the kicker is the same remote works for every light. You can put them on 4 different channels and 4 different groups and pair them together and dial them up and down. You can do color temperature. You can do intensity. You get really, really spoiled by this. And then when you use other lights where you have to go up to them and do it manually, I mean, it's some for real first world problem stuff, but being spoiled by this is something I have absolutely loved. Huge, huge thing. And the fact that it's the same remote across all their lines. So they're all compatible. If I put the batteries in on this and started clicking it, my lights up in my my studio/office would probably start kicking on and changing and doing everything. So that's awesome. And then we're boiling down to the boring stuff here, guys. Well, not so boring. If you love stickers, which I do, tons of Aputure stickers. I'm actually running out of space to put the stickers, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. But more Aputure stickers. And then all of your documentation and all that stuff, and the stuff that guys never read. So there you go, guys. That is everything that is in this box. That was that cover cap. We've got the reflector dish here. And let me just say this one more time. I am always impressed with these cases that Aputure is customizing and sending out with all their lights. I mean, look at this thing. There is a spot for everything. This is like a little cushion that makes it fit perfectly for the body of the light to sit in there. Here, I can show you. You just take it and boom. Nothing's rattling around. Everything's padded. Everything's great. Aputure, if you're listening or watching, please start selling us cases. Just make a line of cases, man. I would buy these and customize these for all of my equipment. I absolutely love them. So let's see here. That is what we've got, guys. This is the one we've been waiting for, the 300D. You can, I believe, go out and order them now. Like I said, not sure when various retailers are going to be able to get them shipped into you, but they are out there. They do exist, and I can't wait to put this thing to the test and put it up against some of its other family members from the Aputure Lightstorm lineup. And so I've got a lot of reviewing and a lot of testing to do, but I'm going to get it done, and I'm going to try and get it done quick for you guys. I believe I'm going to be meeting up with a friend of mine, Mr. Blackmagic Tim, and possibly putting this guy through its paces actually this coming weekend. So I want to get that content out there. I want to make sure I get the answers that you guys are asking for, and get those out to you guys. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and click on those notifications. That's the best way to know when I get that video review put out. And you also have the benefit of if I get anything else cool and decide to do these impromptu live videos, you'll know when I'm doing it, because I didn't know I was doing this until I walked through the door 20 some odd minutes ago. Oh, my cat's meowing in the distance there. Yeah, I'll wrap it up soon. Chill. But yeah, so 300D. I'll hang out for just a few minutes more here, guys. See if you have any questions. I did see some questions pop up, but unfortunately my eyesight is not good enough and my phone was pretty far away. So let me see if I can pull up the ones that we've had. Nope, looks like if they've passed, they've passed. So sorry about that, guys. If I missed any of your questions along the way, I apologize for that. But if you are still around and have any questions right now, I will be glad to answer those. Oh, and let's not forget, case stuff. Strap for the case. I mean, it seems small, but it's a big deal when it comes to it. So we got questions popping up here. Let's see what we got. Oh, I can go through. Oh, I figured it out. Sorry, guys, bear with me. I've only done one live stream before on my phone. So can I compare it to a 2K tungsten in my full review? We are working on that. That is one thing that I know it was being advertised as being the equivalent of a 2K tungsten in output. So we are going to try and see if we can wrangle a 2K tungsten and pit their output against each other. We also want to see, oh, Blackmagic Tim is saying answer is yes. See, Tim knows because Tim's the one who's going to be wrangling some of these lights for me when we do this on Sunday. We also want to compare it to some HMIs, like Jokers and stuff like that, because this guy is really starting to get out of the league of just indie filmmakers. Well, not out of their league, but it's starting to span the bridge between independent low budget and actual full scale, like real production. And so if a light at this price, $1,099, can actually compete output, quality, punch wise, as some of those higher end HMIs and Jokers, you know, you might start seeing these things in a lot more commercial and professional use. And we want to know if they're rated for that. So let me see here. Where'd my... All right. So yes, we got that. Jerry Long in here, looking great. Thank you. Aputure, best stream ever. Thanks a lot. So Devin, hey, how you doing, man? Because they're 120 millimeters, they can spin pretty slow and still move a lot of air. Okay, you're talking about the fans. When I heard it, it was probably about half the volume of a C300 Mark II when the fan is turned on. So there you go. Devin was at NAB. We were hanging out there. We got to look at the light in person, and he was also impressed with the fan noise. Their claim to fame with these, in terms of the fans and noise, is that the fans are manufactured and come from the same facilities where they make, where Apple gets their fans for their computers and products. So they should be of high quality. But yeah, I mean, if he's saying, you know, they can spin pretty slow and still push out a lot of air, means they don't have to ramp up real high. And hopefully shouldn't put out a lot of volume. And we will check that. That'll be something that I do want to know. I do want to look at in my review, is what they sound like. Let's see here. A lot of stuff here. Oh, fire that sucker up. What am I doing? How did I unbox it and really not? That was dumb, wasn't it? All right. So there we go. So yeah, what am I doing? I put it away and I didn't even fire the thing up. So let's go grab some batteries real quick. Take you guys on a quick impromptu tour. Going as fast as I can, going as fast as I can. Let's see here. All right. Up in my office now, guys, grabbing two Switchtronics 98 watt-hour batteries. These are my favorite brand of batteries. They're now called Core SWX, the company. Same batteries though. They just changed their stuff. So let's get this guy set up. So if you stuck around this long and tolerated me, you can thank Blackmagic Tim for reminding me that maybe we would like to see the light turned on. Okay, so let me get set up here. Tim, I think you just got me a lot of thumbs up likes and a lot fewer thumbs downs on this one. So I owe you a beer or something, buddy. So let's see here. Let's get this guy. Let's go ahead and strap our Bowen's mount on it. Boom, just like that, we are locked into place. All right, I'm gonna set this guy down next to me. I don't need anything else out of this box. If I set that there too long, my cats are gonna end up crawling into it, I promise you. But let's see here. My dog is just sitting over here. She absolutely doesn't care. There's one of our huskies. She's just like, whatever. I don't know what dad is doing, but I just don't care. So let's get set here. Okay. So we're not using wall power, so we probably don't need those. In theory, I should just need this cable. So this is one of those 4-pin XLRs. Looks like it's about a 6-foot length, so that's not too bad to put it up on some light stands. I'm going to go ahead and click it into this power box. Whoop, and I did it on the wrong end. You'd swear I'd used these kind of lights before, right? Let's see here. Oh, so I was wrong. So there's a 4-pin here that plugs into the bottom. This is good to know. So you can see, guys, this is 4-pin, but this is the wrong cable for what I'm trying to do. What I want is, it's a 5-pin. So it's a 5-pin from the power box to the light. It's a 4-pin from the AC converter box to the control box. That's good to know. So let's see here. So they are different cables. They are different cables. One's 5-pin, one's 4-pin. So like I was saying before about extending, this looks like it's about a 6-foot. I assume you can get 5-pin XLR power cables out there, and then you could possibly try getting longer runs. Again, I can't confirm if that's safe or not, so don't try it until I can confirm it, but it seems like a possibility. So let's go ahead, plug this sucker into the top of the box. So we're plugged in right there. Okay. I'm gonna strap my battery bricks on here. So there's one. There's two. We're powered up. Goodness gracious me. That thing's a beast. And we'll take this guy, and right at the back of the light here, we have a connector. Again, that's a 5-pin, not a 4-pin XLR, as I had previously mentioned. So now we are powered up. Don't forget to peel off the cover on the LED output. Yes, I did actually earlier in the, oh snap. I did actually earlier in the live stream point that out and did peel it off. And as you can see, I just tapped the power with my arm when I was pointing there, and it kicked on. So yeah, that was a little blinding. So here we go, guys. We're gonna power it up for the first time. Boom! Holy crap! So here we go. The phone is gonna have so much difficulty with exposure, but man, oh man, is this thing freaking powerful. This is at 10%. So let's take her up. See how, if it like bounced off the wall. So we're at 30, 40, 50, 70, 80, 90. This is 100%, guys. And this is utterly ridiculous. This is 100%. It's daylight outside. It's really bright, and I'm sure my neighbors are still seeing this thing coming out. So let's dial it back a little bit from 100 there. So let's take it down to 10. So there we are. We're at 10%. This thing's freaking bright. So let's try a little test here. So here we go, guys. This is my house here. I'm gonna go ahead and get a shot set up right here. And I'm going to point the light out there. I'm going to point it sort of at this. It is on right now at 10%. I'm going to point it over here and see what we can do with light. Now, this isn't the Fresnel attachment, so, you know, it's not focused very much. It's just using the dish, but let's see what we get here. All right, so we're going to dial it up slow. Good Lord, yeah. I mean, the phone is adjusting overall exposure, but if I do it fast enough, you can see, I mean, this is a bright daylit room. I mean, look over near the TV. It's just, it's really hard to show how bright a light is with the iPhone auto exposure, trying to make everything look great. My poor dog. Make sure not to blind her. I won't do that. I'll get all sorts of thumbs down for blinding a husky. So Tim is saying, yeah, it looks even. But yeah, we're going to have to, let me switch this around here. Tim, you and I are going to have to do some real testing and check it out, similar to how we did with the 120. So guys, there we go. Bring it back down again, 10% there. Power it off. You know, obviously it wasn't on very long, so the fans didn't kick in this time or anything like that. Don't feel any heat buildup or anything like that, but it was not on very long. Let's try one last thing here. One thing that I do want to know about is these Switronix batteries, Core SWX now, are some of my favorites because they have this little readout here that shows you exactly how much time is left and how long they'll run at different power settings. So let me get this light out of the way, and I'm going to turn it on and see what kind of run time we can get out of it. Actually, I'm going to point it away from my dog trying to sleep. Okay, so it's on. It's at 10%. So these are 98 watt hour batteries. One was a little bit less charged than the other, but it's telling me that these two 98 watt hour batteries will run, we'll take the shorter time, for 7 hours and 44 minutes at 10%. That's pretty sweet. So let's crank it up to 50. So this is 50% power. We're getting some serious output. And we do get some serious drop, obviously, because now we're pulling some serious juice. Looks like our lower number here is 2 hours and 14 minutes. So roughly 2 hours on on 298 watt hours running at 50%. Let's crank it up to 100 and see what that does. This is going to be the big draw. Oh, yeah, look at that. Okay, so we are now 34 minutes. This one's at 36. So all in all, you know, the first one's going to cut out on us at 34 minutes. So you're getting half an hour on two 98 watt hour batteries running this light at 100%. That's actually not half bad, guys. You know, 100% on this is a lot of power. And, you know, it shows. I mean, this thing is just blasting. So let's go ahead and turn that guy off. So there's just a quick little idea of what kind of output you're going to get. You know, if you put 190 or 150 watt hour batteries on here, you're obviously going to get more runtime. Just keep in mind, I think your runtime is going to be, you know, your runtime is going to be limited to your shortest life battery. So if I put like a 190 and a 98 on here, the light's going to go out when the 98 goes out. So, you know, that's 98's a pretty good baseline. People usually have those. So let's see what we've got here. Gear Jones, hey, are those high draw amp batteries? Yes. So the Switronix and Core SWX batteries that I have presently attached on here are rated for above 10 amp draw. And I mentioned up front that's important for not only this light, but also for the 120s. You know, cheaper batteries usually, you know, while they have the watt hours to do it, a lot of them can't handle the amperage, the constant amperage that needs to be drawn from the batteries. And so to protect themselves, they'll shut off. And you obviously don't want that happening. You might not know what the heck's going on. Like, oh, my battery's fully charged. Well, it's too much of a draw on the battery. Sorry, I'm sweating, guys. It's like ungodly hot for mid freaking October. But yeah, it's too much. So there are other companies that make batteries that are cheaper than the Switchtronics / Core W or Core SWX brand batteries that I have. And so you can look around, but you want to make sure. I'm not sure if Aputure specifies exactly what the lowest amperage rating is, like how much of a draw your batteries have to be able to maintain. But I find that all of these brand batteries are 10 amps, and some are even a little bit higher. And so I don't have any problems. They can handle the draw and won't cut out. So there we go, guys. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up and get this puppy back and packed into its nice case and call it a show. This was my first ever unboxing and therefore also my first live unboxing. So I really enjoy you guys tuning in and appreciate it and appreciate the comments and all that. So yeah, go ahead and like this video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't. I'm okay with that. It's fine. Everybody's allowed to their own opinions. And do stay tuned to my channel. Make sure that you subscribe and click that notification bell because like I said, well, this was just a first look at this beast. What am I doing? I don't need to be in every shot. There we go. So while this is just a first look at this beast, there is a lot more stress testing to be done, a lot more comparison to be done, a lot more questions to be answered. And we do have plans to get that done and get a video up on my channel ASAP. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. And as a nice goodbye, I'm going to let my dog Fiona be the last pretty face that you guys see. So take care. Say hi, Fee. Say hi to everybody. You want to say goodbye? Good girl. All right, guys. See ya.